Live from Fargo and serving you on TV, online, and on the go. This is Valley News Live at 6.
We begin tonight with breaking news for a story we first brought to you earlier this week. Police arrested 22-year-old Dylan Bennett just before noon in Mexico. The man suspected of killing his parents, Barry and Carol Bennett. Examiners say 63-year-olds Barry and Carol were shot and killed in their home in Long Prairie. The FBI is taking Dylan into custody. When he returns to Minnesota, he will be going to court. One man was found in Polk County just before midnight last night. Deputies responded to an assault on 420th Avenue Southeast in Gunvik. Officials say when they arrived, they found the man dead. Shortly after, a female was arrested for drunk driving. No further information or names are being released at this time, and officials say there is no threat to the public. A drunk driver is facing several charges after leading police on a chase in Grand Forks last night. Police say they tried to stop 48-year-old Otis Hurd around 9:45 for speeding. That's when he took off onto 34th Street South and crashed into two fences. Police say he would not get out of the car and tried to flee again, but the car broke down after one block. He faces at least 7 felonies, including reckless endangerment. Police say no one was hurt. Now let's take a look outside and check in with our meteorologist Nathan Hopper for our No Wait weather. Nathan, how's our weekend looking?
Hell, it's looking pretty windy out there, Katie. I've been watching this Dakota Magic Sky Cam all afternoon. I've seen the flags being whipped around, the wind ripping through these fields and those trees, and even seen a few birds trying to fly out there in the wind today. The wind is not messing around. It has been busy all through the day, and we'll take a look at some of those wind gusts that we've seen across the North Dakota and Minnesota areas. Some of the largest ones I've seen are Jamestown, a gust of 38 miles per hour, Fargo, a gust of 31 miles per hour, also a 31 mile per hour gust in Thief River Falls, and sustained winds anywhere from 15 to 25 miles per hour have been the rule of order for this afternoon as well, and the winds will not let up tonight and will not let up tomorrow either. Things are quiet on the radar, some increasing clouds, but I do expect the wind to be the rule of order for the rest of the night. Now, I'm tracking the potential for some strong and severe storms for our Sunday. I'll break down the risks and talk about the timing of those storms coming up here, Katie, in just a couple minutes.
All right, we'll keep an eye on it. Thanks, Nathan.
I don't so much remember a lightning flash hitting the tree, but I remember hearing the tree break, and it just came down and fell right on top of them, right in front of me.
A family in Cass County continues to mourn the loss of their son. He died in an ATV accident, and they say his death has impacted them not only emotionally, but it's also taking a toll on their family farm. Valley News Team's Joshua Pagero hears how a group of farmers came together to help out.
Nathan Hoig was riding his ATV in the Black Hills.
He loved his snowmobile.
While on vacation with family and friends.
You know, we all stopped, we all put our rain gear on, and we just took it nice, slow and easy through the trails, and it just started raining buckets.
But the 44-year-old's life came to a tragic end on those hills when a tree fell on him.
Their graduation, Nathan and Shane.
His twin brother Shane was riding right behind him.
We couldn't lift it up, we couldn't cut it fast enough. He died in my arms.
Nathan took over the family farm after his parents retired, and his imprint is all over it.
I turned on the Vikings-Saints game the other day, and my first instinct was to call him and say, hey, the Vikings are playing.
He even made a deer sculpture out of metal.
You can drop the tail or hook it up.
Nathan had planted wheat for the season before his untimely death, and a group of farmers on Wednesday brought trucks and tractors and spread out across the field for 3 days to show their support.
So 3 days, basically 4 combines, 2 grain carts, 4 to 5 trucks, and all these people helping and showing up and taking a field, getting all the wheat done so we don't have to worry about it, so we have some breathing space.
Nathan had nephews, and most of the kids in the towns of Arthur and Hunter called him Uncle, although they weren't related by blood.
Like my sister made this slogan of be a Nate, you know, encourage people, build people up, just love on them. And that was his essence.
Yeah, no negativity about anything.
Right.
Shane moved from Laverne, Minnesota with his 2 children and now lives in Nathan's own home to be closer to his parents. Although he wished the circumstances were different.
Easy to talk to. Yeah, hard worker.
He hopes to continue the family legacy. In Arthur, Joshua Pagero, Valley News Live.
Nathan's family says they plan to do a memorial ride during the Labor Day weekend at the Black Hills, which will be the first time they have returned since his death. Even though North Dakota produces a lot of food, there is still a hunger problem in the state. Agriculture Commissioner Doug Goehring is urging growers to donate extra fruits and vegetables from their harvest this year to help meet the needs of hungry North Dakotans as part of the Hunger-Free North Dakota Garden Project. The project started in 2010 and has recorded about 3 million pounds of fresh produce donations.
We're encouraging them to seek out a food pantry, shelters, charitable feeding organizations, and give them a little extra. They'll use it. People appreciate it.
Goehring says people can find a map of drop-off points for produce on the Department of Agriculture's website. Everything from scrunchies, fanny packs to your favorite 90s music is taking over downtown Fargo today. The I Love the 90s Bash Bar Crawl is going on right now. The participating bars include the Pickled Parrot, Dempsey's, Fort Knox, Old Broadway, and more. For just $20, people received discounted drinks and food specials, a slap bracelet, and plenty of entertainment.
We have a group of about 16 people of us. And we got together about 3 hours ago, got all of our outfits, and now we're crawling. I just thought it was fun to dress in something that I don't wear every day.
The crawl will be happening downtown until 10 o'clock tonight. Children as young as 6 years old to 16 competed in the 5th annual Youth Triathlon at Bismarck's YMCA this morning. The 3-part race included a 50-yard swim, a 2-mile bike ride, and a half-mile run. The event co-organizers said they hope this event will help kids understand the importance of exercise.
We spend a lot of time looking at our phones, and there are a lot of things that can be stimulated by doing some type of physical activity. The swim's different than the bike, and the bike is different than the run.
He says this year's turnout of competitors is the largest ever. He hopes to see 200 young athletes compete next year. The president is at the G7 summit. Coming up on Valley News Live at 6, we hear what issues the country leaders are hoping to address at the summit.
And of course, we've been watching that potential for some strong to severe storms for our Sunday. A storm prediction center has mainly our western counties in the best chance of seeing those severe storms. Of course, I'll break all this down for you here coming up after the break.